Okay, this is the stray walkthrough for the chapter Slums. If you're looking for something specific, either a location of a vending machine or a trading encounter or a memory or a notebook or sheet music, check the description because all the big stuff will be time-stamped, even some little things. There's like a TV trophy that I'll talk about. I do want to note that if you collect sheet music during this chapter, for those of you that have played it before or even those that have not played it before, there's the Slums chapter, the Rooftop chapter, and then Slums Part 2. So if you leave the Slums without completing anything, you can do it when you get back. However, I just did this chapter. I'd collected everything. I collected all the sheet music, and then I left to go to the rooftops without turning it in, and when I came back, it was out of my inventory, which meant I would have had to have collected it again. The thing is, that's not the only thing that happened. Not only was my sheet music missing, but all of the trading that I had done with the merchant was reset to start. The safe that I had opened and gotten the contents for and gotten the sheet music out of the safe, that was reclosed up. The sheet music was back in there. The sheet music was still for sale by the barterman. I had not... The laundry detergent had been reset. He was not out cleaning the paint off. And for those of you that have never seen the chapter will understand like in a little bit. But those of you that have played it will know what I'm talking about. Everything reset. Elliot didn't have the poncho on. It just all reset. So in Slums Part 2, if you do not turn in the sheet music in Part 1. Now, if you don't collect it at all, I don't know what that means. All I know is I had completed the trading with the barterman. I had collected all of the sheet music. I had made the poncho. I'd given it to Elliot. And when I got back from the rooftops, none of that was completed. It was all reset to start. I would have had to have redone all of it. So, which is actually why I'm redoing the video, because we're going to turn in the sheet music this time and make sure that that happens. So if you are collecting the sheet music and if you are going for the badge trophy, which is what you get when you turn in all the sheet music, you get the music badge. Make sure you do it before you turn in the 4th notebook to Momo. And I will do my best to remember to say that at the time in the video in case you've already gone down to the description and skipped ahead. So, all right. That's what those red buttons are. See them periodically around. So this is Grandma's place. She's gonna knit us a poncho in a little bit. That's Elliot Programming that just went in. We're gonna be going there. Visiting that spot. That's the bar. We'll be visiting that spot. And again, this is a how-to, not a story walkthrough. So a lot of the conversations will be, you know, sped through. Okay, now, if you're going to start, This is the first place to scratch in this chapter if you're going for the scratching territory trophy. And then we're going to show the Guardian the postcard from our first memory. And he's going to tell us about Momo. That's who we need to go talk to. Now, I'm going to be doing that a little bit later. We're going to be doing a lot of the street level stuff right now. Everything that's available on the street level. Some memories, some sheet music and stuff. And then there's a trophy called Boom Chat Kalaka, which is dunk the basketball. I don't know if there's multiple places you can do it. There might be. But if you do better and the basketball actually goes in here, you'll get that trophy, because that's actually how I got it. And then this is one of the memories. We're looking, I've actually already collected them, so they'll show up as collected, but I will still go through them. It's this one right here. It's what I call 2.2 because it's the second one in the second row. That's how they're marked down in the description. But we're still going to sort of collect it. So we're going to go get these things. And for this stuff, we need laundry soap, Super Spirit detergent, and the rest of these we need energy drinks. So ultimately we need 1 energy drink for this and 3 energy drinks for this. So we need 4 energy drinks and laundry soap. So we're going to go off and go do that. The energy drinks come from vending machines. You can get 1 per vending machine. There are 2 at street level and 2 up on the rooftops. This is the person that we're going to turn the music sheets into. And there's a place to sleep if you're going for the productive day trophy. This right here. And then there's a safe around the corner that we're going to come back to and get, but we'll collect this right now. Take the safe's mysterious password. And if you're here just for the safe code, it's in the description. Okay, now starting at the Guardian, we're going to go get vending machine number 2 and one of the memories as well. The RIP humans. Now, because of what I said at the start of this video, all of these memories have already been gotten on this go through, but this is where it is. And then this is the second vending machine right here. Okay, now if I can do it, I don't know if I can get up from here though. No, it won't let me on the things. Alright, let's just do this. Because we have to do this anyway, so. We're going to go back up to the Guardian. And we're going to go up under the rooftops this way. Now, we're also going to do this right now. Because that is the Super Spirit laundromat. And that's where we need to get the laundry soap from. But we're going to get... Because I don't want to go down and come back up. We're going to get the 2 vending machines and then we'll go get the soap. Okay, it's the sort of in like the back middle, and it has the beer kegs on it. So here's the third vending machine right here. And then the fourth one's like almost directly beneath it. Oh, I know where I am. Okay, so now if we go back to the Guardian, just so that you guys can get your bearings. We're gonna get the laundry soap. It's down this right aisle here. Because this is where they were throwing it. So we're gonna go in here. Grab the detergent. And head out. And then we're going back to the Barterman. Okay, we're gonna get the detergent. Show the item. Music sheet. 1 energy drink. That's number 4 out of 8 music. And this one's 3 energy drinks. You just have to show him 1 and he'll take all of it. Now I can't remember it because I've already done them on that one, but this is 2-2. Okay, we're gonna go to the bar, which is right here. Get another memory and another piece of sheet music. This is the food memory, which is the 3rd one on the list. It's this one right here. This is sheet music number 5 out of 8. Okay, now. There's the Guardian. Here's the entrance to the bar. We're going to go left, right, all the way to the back, and we're going to go to Grandma. And if you're going for... which one is it? There's a trophy where you nuzzle people. Here it is. Cat's best friend. Grandma's one of the ones you can nuzzle. And then if we come down here and go right and left, you can nuzzle these 2 as well. I think it only counts when there's a heart on their face, because there's a couple of people in the game that you can nuzzle that is not a heart, that doesn't give you a heart, and I don't think they count. I think you need the hearts. And then I think you can nuzzle the Guardian. So there's 4 right here. Okay, so now we're going to Elliot's Programming. That's Grandma. We just passed the bar. And this tells you to knock on the door and wait to open. And by knocking, it's scratching. And always make sure you scratch. Excuse me. Okay, there's some sheet music. It's number 3. And then this tree is the 7th memory in the row. Just marked as 2-7 in the description. Okay, now we're going to talk to Elliot. We are going to give them the password, and he is going to read the binary code for us. And reads Duffer Bar. So our next stop is going to be the bar. But we're also going to give him the Poncho because he's the one that's shaking. If you look closely, he's shaking. And in Slums Part 2, we're going to come to him with a broken transceiver. And he will not be able to work on the transceiver unless he has the Poncho on. So we're going to give him this. So that he'll work on the transmitter for us. 2 chapters ahead. Okay. Now we can use this window. Which is nice. Okay, so there's the Guardian straight ahead. Here's the bar. That code that Elliot just gave us said Duffer Bar. So for the safe code, we're going to look up above the Duffer Bar and we'll find 1283. So we'll go back to the safe in the alleyway. One, 2, 8, 3, and there's sheet music in here. And that was 8 out of 8. That was the 8th piece of sheet music. Okay, so now the rest of the sheet music and the rest of the memories are up on the rooftop. So I'm going to do a cut while I turn in the music that I currently have. And then we'll continue on. But if you have music, make sure you turn it in before rooftops or the game gets a little glitchy on you. So make sure to do that. Okay, I've turned in 4 pieces of sheet music. Now, if you're going for the productive day trophy, there's my favorite place to nap is actually in the Midtown chapter, but if you want to get it done, there's a spot here. It's also another spot. There's a few spots here, actually. And then Curiosity Killed the Cat paper bag is here, as well as there's actually quite a few paper bags. There's one there. There's one here. And then we're going to go up and do Momo now, and there's one in his apartment as well. So there's the Guardian, right up front. There's also a memory and a sheet music in his apartment. We're going to get those as well. We're going to show him the postcard. And he'll tell you about the transceiver and give you his notebook. So then B12 is going to read it, and we're going to go find the other 3. So this back home is one of the memories. It's marked as 2-4 in the description. And then here's another curiosity killer, the cat bag. And you can scratch here for the territory trophy. This is sheet music number 1 out of 8. Okay. I think that's all in Momo's apartment. Yeah. Alright, now B12 is going to try and get you to go across the way. That's Clementine's apartment, and we will be going over there, but we're going to do that third. We're going to do Doc next. Okay, now this is a trophy right here. It's called Teta Chat, and you browse through all of the TV stations. There's 8 of them, I believe, so just continue to hit the triangle until the trophy pops up. But I already have the trophy, so it's not going to pop up. But I'm pretty sure it's 8. And then if you need another place to scratch, just place to scratch. Now in here is actually where I took my productive day nap. This is sheet music 7 out of 8. The 7th piece that you're looking for. 7 out of 8 that you're looking for. And then this is where I napped. So if you want to nap for a productive day. But I have since found an absolutely lovely place to nap in the Midtown chapter. So if you want to wait until then, you can actually sleep on a robot's stomach in the Midtown chapter, which is kind of awesome. But... okay, now we gotta find his safe. So we're gonna translate this, which is going to give us a set of keys. Here's the couch, which you can also scratch. I've found that most chapters have multiple places to scratch. The only exception to that has been the sewer chapter. That only has 1, but... okay, now here's Doc's book. Oh my gosh. Get around the table, please. Okay, there's the Guardian. And we're going over here. Here's sheet music number 2 out of 8. Remember, turn this in before you leave for the next chapter. Before you turn in the notebooks to Momo. Because the game sort of glitched out on me when I did not turn them in. It acted like a bunch of stuff hadn't happened when I got back for part 2. So here's sheet music 6 out of 8. And so now I will have collected all of them. We've already turned in 3, 4, 5, and 8. And now here's 1, 7, 2, and 6. 1, 2, 6, and 7. If you're looking for a specific one, check the description. So here's Clementine's notebook, and it says 4 out of 4, but that's not how many we have. That's just the way it was numbered. Because we still don't have Zbaltazar's notebook. Okay, so that's all this stuff. In Clementine's, you can also nap on the bed, I believe. Now, our last place we're going is up there. But we're going to go over here first, because there's a memory over here. We have 2 memories left to have. This is 2.1 in the document, in the description. Because it's the first one on the second row. And I don't know what the basketball's for. Which is a shame, because I don't know if it's like another option for another dunking trophy or what, but... Okay, so let's get your bearings. There's the Guardian. There's Momo. Okay, and this is the ventilation system. So we're going to unplug that and just drop the battery. And that'll turn the fan off. Else you won't be able to get through there. Okay, so now the notebook in here... is in that stack of boxes. I had a hard time with this one because the notebook sort of got underneath one of these and I didn't know and I couldn't find it and I looked everywhere. I was in this apartment 3 times before another friend of mine that was playing it at the same time popped into chat and was like, I found it! I was like, where? So this is the last notebook. Do not turn the last notebook, whichever one it is, whether it's Doc's or Clementine's or Zbaltazar's, do not turn that in until you have turned in all of the sheet music. Or it's possible that the Slums Part 2 will be oddly glitched and make you redo some stuff that you've done in Part 1. So, whenever I've turned in the sheet music, all of the sheet music, I have not had the glitch. Now, I have not tested turning in half of it and not the other half. Because if you go to the rooftops chapter with sheet music in your inventory, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just being in your inventory is what causes it. I don't know what causes it. All I know is things were weird in Part 2. In Slums Part 2 when I came back from the rooftops. Stuff that should have been completed, had been completed, was no longer completed. It was very weird. Okay. Triangle. Thank you. Okay, now this is the last memory. If I can actually get down a level. Okay, so this is the last... This is going to be 2.6 in the description. So that's all of the memories now. And I don't think it, but I could be wrong. I guess it sort of looks like you can get to this memory from the ground. But if you can't, you'll have to get to it from the apartment. And so now I'm going to turn in the remaining 4 musics, but since she plays every single one of them, I'm going to cut that part out. So I'll see you guys in a hot second. Okay, now when you turn in all of the sheet music, she will give you a badge. I already have the badge and I have the trophy for it, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get it again. So we've turned all that in. We've turned all the music in. All I have are the notebooks. Let's go back to Momo's. Okay, now, I cannot stress this enough. The minute you hand him the last notebook, whichever one that is, depending on the order that you do them in, it doesn't matter. Once you hand him the last one, if there's anything else in your inventory, like sheet music, or the poncho, or the cable to make the poncho, I had a really weird glitch when I got back from the Rooftops chapter for Slums Part 2. So I highly recommend turning all of that stuff in and finishing all of that right now before turning in the notebooks so that you don't get whatever it was that happened to me, because I left for Rooftops with sheet music in my inventory. When I got back, it was gone. I have no idea if it was there during Rooftops because I gotta tell you, I didn't look. When I got back, it was gone. The entire level acted like I hadn't collected any. Grandma acted like I did not get her to knit the poncho. Elliot didn't have a poncho on. It was all very, very weird. So if there's anything in your inventory, turn it in where it needs to go now before you turn in the notebooks to Momo. Turn in Doc's, Clementine's, and Balthazar's. So then he's going to make the trans receiver. And you're going to take it off to the Rooftops, and then you'll be back here. 2 chapters from now, you'll be in this area again. And for some reason, if I watch him open this, it always takes him forever. So go do something else while, like, you wait for... See, he just works at that thing. I've had a lot of luck scratching this wall. There, it's like as soon as I start scratching this wall, he stops, but... Okay. Here we go. Rooftops.